Namaste and welcome to my channel. The topic of this video is industrial corridors in India. The different sectors of an economy are interdependent on each other. Industrial corridors, recognizing this interdependence, offer effective integration between industry and infrastructure, leading to overall economic and social development. Industrial corridors constitute world-class infrastructure such as high-speed transportation network, ports with state-of-the-art cargo handling equipment, modern airports, special economic regions or industrial areas, logistic parks, transshipment hubs, knowledge parks focused on catering to industrial needs, complementary infrastructure such as townships or real estate, and other urban infrastructure along with enabling policy framework. India is also developing various industrial corridors under the National Industrial Corridor Development Program. The National Industrial Corridor Development Program looks after the planning and development of industrial corridors in India. The industrial corridors being developed in India are the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor or the DMIC is a mega infrastructure project by the Government of India. The corridor covers an overall length of 1483 km between the political capital New Delhi and the business capital Mumbai of India. The $90 billion project is being funded by the Government of India, Japanese loans, investments by Japanese firms, and through Japan deposited receipts issued by Indian companies. The corridor will have 24 investment regions in 8 manufacturing cities in phase 1 of the project. The 5 cities that have been chosen in phase 1 as investment regions are Manesar Bawal in Haryana, Dadri, Noida, Ghaziabad in Uttar Pradesh, Ahmedabad, Dholera in Gujarat, Pithampur, Dhar, Mau in Madhya Pradesh, Kushkera, Bhiwadi, Nimrana in Rajasthan. And the 3 cities that have been chosen as industrial areas are Shendra Bitkin and Digi Port in Maharashtra, Jodhpur, Pali, Marwar in Rajasthan. Under this industrial corridor, 10 major projects are under implementations or have been approved. They are Dholera Special Investment Region in Gujarat, Shendra Bitkin Industrial Area in Maharashtra, Integrated Industrial Township at Greater Noida in Uttar Pradesh, Integrated Industrial Township Vikram Udyog Puri in Madhya Pradesh, Integrated Multimodal Logistic Hub Nangal Chaudhary in Haryana, Multimodal Logistic Hub and Multimodal Transport Hub in Uttar Pradesh. As of now, the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor project has made considerable progress with trunk infrastructure development activities nearing completion at 4 locations in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Developed land is being allotted to industries. 77 plots covering 536 acres of land area have already been allotted. This is expected to bring investments worth $2.25 billion as of December 2020. The second industrial corridor under implementation is the Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor. The Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor has been proposed to achieve accelerated growth, regional industry agglomeration in the states of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, and to facilitate the development of a well-planned and efficient industrial base. The length of the corridor is about 260 km. The industrial corridor will achieve the goal by providing smooth access to industrial production units, reducing transportation logistic cost, and improving delivery time as well as decreasing inventory cost. This will boost private investments in manufacturing and industrial activity in the 3 states. The Japan International Cooperation Agency study team conducted a preliminary study for the comprehensive integrated master plan of the Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor. The study team identified 25 priority projects across various sectors that aim to remove infrastructural bottlenecks in the project. If we look at the current status of this project, the perspective plan has been completed for the overall Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor project. 3 nodes have been identified for further development. The 3 nodes are Krishnapatnam Industrial Area in Andhra Pradesh, Tumakuru Industrial Area in Karnataka and Ponneri Industrial Area in Tamil Nadu. Special purpose vehicles for the execution of the project at Krishnapatnam node and Tumakuru node have been incorporated, and detailed master planning and preliminary engineering activities for activation area of 2,500 acres for Krishnapatnam node and 1,736 acres for Tumakuru node have been finalized. The cabinet has also approved the industrial corridor nodes at Krishnapatnam and Tumakuru under the Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, whereas a consultant has been appointed for carrying out detailed master planning and preliminary engineering for an area of 4,000 acres at Ponneri. The National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation has given its approval for the extension of the Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor project to Kochi via Coimbatore. Two nodes have been identified for further development, Palakkad in Kerala and Dharmaburi in Tamil Nadu. If we talk about the current status of this project, preparation of detailed master planning and preliminary engineering has been initiated for Palakkad in Kerala and Salem in Tamil Nadu. Finalization of shareholders agreement and state agreement is also underway. The fourth industrial corridor is the Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor, or the AKIC. The Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor extends from Amritsar in Punjab to Dankuni in West Bengal. This industrial corridor will have an influence area across 7 Indian states, namely Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal. The length of the Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor is 1,839 km. 7 integrated manufacturing clusters have been identified. They are Rajpura Patiala in Punjab, Prag Kurpia Farms in Uttarakhand, Bhavpur in Uttar Pradesh, Gamaria in Bihar, Bari in Jharkhand, Raghunathpur in West Bengal and Hisar in Haryana. If we talk about the current status of this project, perspective plan of the corridor has been completed. One integrated manufacturing cluster has been finalized for further development in the 7 states. Detailed master planning and preliminary engineering activities are completed for integrated manufacturing cluster sites in Raghunathpur, where 2,483 acres of land is available. Land identification at measuring 2,935 acres, stakeholders agreement and state support agreement is being finalized for Prag Kurpia Farms in Uttarakhand. Activities related to the selection of detailed master planning and preliminary engineering consultant for the site in Hisar is being initiated. Other major projects under this are being carried out at Agra in Uttar Pradesh and at Gaya in Bihar. The next industrial corridor is the Hyderabad-Nagpur Industrial Corridor, or the HNIC. The Hyderabad-Nagpur Industrial Corridor have an influence area spread across the states of Telangana and Maharashtra. Under this project, dedicated zone is being planned to be developed at Zahirabad in Telangana. The next corridor is the Hyderabad-Warangal Industrial Corridor, or the HWIC. The Hyderabad-Warangal Industrial Corridor have an influence area spread across the state of Telangana. This will help the state of Telangana to develop a well-planned and resource-efficient industrial base. An industrial base in Hyderabad is identified under this project. The 7th industrial corridor is the Hyderabad-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, or the HBIC. The Hyderabad-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor will have an influence area spread across 3 states, namely Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. This industrial corridor is an extension of Hyderabad-Nagpur Industrial Corridor with an objective to connect central parts of the country with the southern parts. The Orvakal node is identified for further development in the initial phase. The next upcoming corridor is the Bengaluru-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, or the BMIC. The Bengaluru-Mumbai Industrial Corridor is intended to facilitate the development of a well-planned industrial base served by world-class connectivity infrastructure, manufacturing, job creation, and resource security. This corridor will spread across Maharashtra and Karnataka. If we talk about the current status of this project, Government of Karnataka and Government of Maharashtra has confirmed land availability for development of industrial node at Dharwad and Satara respectively. Consultants have also been appointed for detailed master planning and preliminary engineering for both the nodes. Dharwad node in Karnataka has been identified as a priority node for further implementation. The next industrial corridor is the Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor or the VCIC. Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor is the first coastal economic corridor in the country. It is part of the East Coast Economic Corridor. This corridor will be having one of the largest concentrations of industrial, mineral and urban nodes. The Asian Development Bank carried out initial development activities for Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor and identified few nodes for development. They are the Vishakhapatnam node, Chittoor node, Donakonda node and the Machilipatnam node. The 10th Industrial Corridor is the Odisha Economic Corridor. Odisha Economic Corridor will be developed as a part of the East Coast Economic Corridor. The following two nodes have been identified for development. They are Gopalpur, Bhubaneswar, Kalinganagar and Paradeep, Kendrapada, Dhamra, Subarnarekha. And the last industrial corridor is the Delhi-Nagpur Industrial Corridor or the DNIC. Delhi-Nagpur Industrial Corridor will spread along the north-south corridor of dedicated freight corridors and on the existing national highway network. A detailed proposal on this corridor is awaited from the state governments. That's all in this video. Thanks for watching.